In Monroe County, a construction worker was hit and killed in a crash last night. Around 9:30, officials responded to the call of a crash on I-90. A 25-year-old man was driving his pickup in a construction zone when he allegedly hit the back of a semi-truck. That pickup then lost control and crashed into a road surfacing machine. The 34-year-old construction worker in the machine was pronounced dead at the scene. The pickup driver was arrested by Toma police and is facing a number of charges, including homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle and possession of THC. And